Hello and welcome to the Lore Table. I'm your host, Teen Wolf, and today we are going to be talking about Urabrask on New Capenna. Now, what does this mean? Well, if you didn't already know, Urabrask isn't exactly wanting to help the Phyrexians. We can see this in the flavor text of Urabrask the Hidden, which reads, "The Mirren resistance arrived," which the Mirren resistance is the people who haven't been completed on New Phyrexia, who are trying to rebel and kill the Phyrexians. And so they arrived, the Mirren resistance arrived, and the Furnace Dwellers, Jingataxius' minions, in other words, looked to Urabrask's minions looked to Urabrask for guidance. His decree stunned the others. Let them be. So basically, what this flavor text is saying is Urabrask is a good guy. Kind of. He is a Phyrexian, which means that he does have bad intentions, more than likely. But he doesn't want his fellow Phyrexians to succeed. He wants them to die. Now, when they die, who knows exactly what his plans are from there? We do not know. But he wants the other Phyrexians, the other Phyrexian Praetors, and just the other Phyrexians on New Phyrexia to die. So, that's good, which means that he's a good guy. But he's on New Capenna. Well, how did he get there? Well, it's kind of funny, actually. You know Tesserette, right? Right? How he's helping the Phyrexians out, getting them to Kaldheim and New Kamigawa. Well, he's also helping Urabrask get to New Capenna to betray the Phyrexians. So Tesserette, using the planar bridge once again to get Urabrask to New Capenna. So yeah, Tesserette is a traitor to the Phyrexians, obviously. But it doesn't really succeed all that well, because Urabrask comes to New Capenna, and as you can see in the art of Urabrask Heretic Praetor, something happened to his hand. Like, there's this giant blade, this giant, like, axe blade coming out of the side of his hand. If you look at the old art, that's not there. So, bad things happened to him when he came through the planar bridge. Some bad things happened to his body, and he has to heal while he's on New Capenna. But he can still succeed in his mission. Now, what is that mission? Well, remember a while back in the second part to the Phyrexian recap, when I was talking about how Karn got some, like, of his glistening oil stuff, and, like, it leaked across the plains that he looked across? Well, what if I were to tell you one of those plains was Capenna? And back during Old Capenna, before, like, all of the demons founded the current crime families of New Capenna, they used something called Halo to defeat the people that were infected by the glistening oil. And the angels and the demons kind of worked together using the Halo to kill all of the Phyrexians and infected people with glistening oil. And now there's no more Phyrexian traces on New Capenna. All thanks to the Halo. So, if the Halo can be used to kill Phyrexians, Urabrask is trying to kill his Phyrexian brethren. So, what's he gonna do? He's gonna take the Halo from the Halo Fountain And he's gonna use the halo from the Halo Fountain to kill his Phyrexian brethren. Seems like a simple mission, right? That is not a simple mission. To put it simply, Halo is kind of like... it's... Okay, let's make a little analogy here. So you know how in, like, idle video games, there's just your basic regular currency that you use to, like, buy buildings or upgrade stuff or whatever, but then there's that special currency that you can only get if, like, you spend money or if, like, you complete a very difficult mission or something, like that very rare minimal amount of currency that you have. Halo's kind of like that very rare currency. It's very, very hard to come by, and it's very, very good to have, because having Halo means you have a lot of money. You have a lot of moolah. Because basically Halo is the most rare and greatest resource that you can have on New Capenna, which is good for the people of New Capenna. When Urabrask is wanting to take Halo, that's kind of bad. And, who has the Halo? Well, the Capenna do. Which, you may think, the Capenna aren't that powerful. In my personal opinion, they're the most powerful crime family. Out of all the crime families. Maestros, Obscura, they're good and all. They're good at their jobs. They're assassins. They're spies. They don't control the most powerful resource in New Capenna. So, yeah. And there are a couple mentions of the Halo across New Capenna cards and just other cards. And this can be shown in the flavor text of Stranglehold, which reads, "Control the Halo, and you control the whole city." Jetmir said that. The leader of Capenna. So basically, to put it simply, Halo is very powerful to have. Why is it powerful? Well, it's this incredibly powerful resource that can be used to just do a lot of stuff, like make these super powerful weapons, like Gyada's weapon, or just like make some drinks. So, yeah. Basically, Urabrask is gonna have a hard time getting Halo. So, he recruits a couple planeswalkers on the plane of New Capenna. Now, what are those two planeswalkers? Well, Vivian on the Hunt. And Vivian on the Hunt, she's gonna be a good asset to have on the team. But then there's Elspeth, which Urabrask, with the help of Vivian, helps recruit Elspeth into the team. Now, why is she going to be a helpful ally? Well, she has connections to the Maestros. She has connections to their leader, Lord Xander, who knows a lot about New Capenna and its history. And, in other words, she knows about the Halo. So what ends up happening? Urabrask says, "Hey, Elspeth, can you steal some, Halo for me?" She says, "Sure, I'll steal some Halo for you. I'll just take a couple glasses out of the Halo fountain for you, just smuggle out of them, out of the Capenna courtyard, and past everything and everyone." That's not good. So, the Capenna don't like things getting taken from them. This can be shown in the flavor text of Public Enemy. Every Halo smuggler walks a razor's edge between untold riches and sudden disaster. So if you steal a lot of Halo, just stealing a little bit of Halo, like a Halo smuggler, will cause bad things to happen. Just a sudden disaster. If you steal a lot of Halo from Capenna, which is the most powerful of the crime families because they control the Halo, that's not good. That is not good. So, Elspeth becomes the most wanted person on all of New Capenna. Now, this can be shown in the art of flavor text of Most Wanted, which reads, "Overnight, Elspeth was branded most dangerous criminal in New Capenna because she has a lot of Halo." So she gives said Halo to Urabrask. Urabrask thanks her for it, and he just planeswalks out of there with the help of Tesserette using the planar bridge. So Elspeth is just the most wanted person in all of New Capenna, and Urabrask just is like, yeah, thanks for the Halo, bye. I don't want to be a criminal. Yeah, it's just kind of horrible, but, yeah. So that's kind of it for, Urabrask's story on New Capenna. Doesn't seem like all that big of a story, but I feel like Urabrask is not going to be able to use this to really kill the Phyrexians all by himself. I have a feeling he's going to team up with the people of Dominaria and give them the Halo that he stole from New Capenna. And then what he's going to do is help them defeat New Phyrexia by making them a ton of Halo-induced weapons, like Giada's weapon, and, then they're going to be able to fight off the Phyrexians more betterly. And I have a feeling that when the Phyrexians inevitably do gain the power of gods from the Tyrite that Vorinclex stole on Kaldheim, their only way that they're going to be able to fight the Phyrexians and kill them is with the Halo that Urabrask stole from New Capenna in the Halo Fountain. So, doesn't seem like that big of a thing, but I have a feeling it's going to be a pretty big thing. So, with all of that aside, that is going to be it for this episode, and after this, we are finally going to be getting to the actual lore for Dominaria United. What's going to be going on in Dominaria United, what's the story, all of that stuff. So, with all of that aside, let's get into the actual Dominaria United lore. And with that, thank you for watching. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already. And I will see you next time.